What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Motorsport 6 taking a look at the highly requested 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. Now, in my Hellcat video that I recently did, a bunch of you guys were asking me to post some footage of this truck, and it's a really cool truck because this is the whole new body style version of the Raptor, well, really of the F-150 actually, and it's a lot meaner looking, it's a lot wider, it's a lot bolder of a truck, and we're gonna test it out stock, and then we're gonna fully build it, and then we're gonna race it. We're not just gonna test it out fully upgraded like we did the Hellcat. We're gonna run this thing around the track kind of on its own in stock form, completely stock form, just to get a little bit of a baseline. And then, like I said, we're gonna come back in, fully build the thing, and then we're gonna race it. And the thing is, where we're actually going to race this thing is definitely not
your 2017
where you might expect to go to race a Raptor. We're actually going to be racing this thing at Spa-Francorchamps at night. Now, we're not going to be using the oh gosh, what is it? The Rio circuit this time, because a lot of you guys were like, we're like, you keep showing us Rio. We get that it's a cool track, but but maybe, could you show us something else? We are going to do, like I said, Spa-Francorchamps at night, and it's going to be interesting racing at night, especially in this thing, because, especially if we're racing smaller cars, we may not be able to see them quite very easily. So, let's go ahead and start this thing up, and actually, you know what, though? Let's just put it down to 2 laps, just so it's a quick, short, wait a minute, we need some drivatars. Short, quick race. A lot of opponents, but a quick little race. So, like I said, really trying to get some baseline idea of how this truck drives. Now, I'm sure it's going to drive like a truck, but at the same time, it's also probably going to be a pretty nice one to drive, considering the fact that there's so much work put into the suspension on this thing. Now, the suspension on these trucks is very off-road ready from the factory. Is it Spa-Francorchamps ready? I'm not quite sure. We'll see that later on. We'll determine how that goes by way of the body roll, or at least how much body roll we actually get. Because I know that these suspensions were made to flex. They were made to absorb the landings of a jump. They were made to flex enough if you were going off-road. And I think that, whereas in an off-road situation, sure, that's going to help a lot. But on the circuit, I'm not sure how that's going to play into it. So we may actually find, though, that it can get out of corners pretty well. My memory of the Raptor in previous Forza games. Wow, excuse me, guys. My memory of the Raptor in previous Forza games is that it was very good at getting out of corners because of its all-wheel drive system, especially if you e-braked it. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, and we'll see what happens. We're racing, like, classic Trans Ams, and I think I saw a Celica up there. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see a Celica. Maybe I did. Go! Go, 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 go! Okay, yeah, we need first person. Thank you. Oh my god, we're already running into somebody! This is gonna pose a problem. This thing is very high. Red line's at 6, though, which is high for a truck. I mean, even a high-performance truck, that's high. All right, come on. Power! Messed up those couple of gear changes. I didn't want to do that. It was like, it doesn't quite want you to shift it as fast as you would shift a lot of other cars, and I can completely understand why, but, oh, entering Eau Rouge. Come on. Oh, geez. Massive pile up. Excuse me. Oh, geez. Excuse me. Jeez, out of the way. Out of the way. Only problem is they get me at the top end. The top end of this truck it's okay, but it's definitely not, quote-unquote, brilliant. Braking! Gotta admit, though, for a big truck, it's got really good brakes. Just kind of, bash our way through the field a little bit. Come on. Come on, out of the way. Raptor coming through. Back down to second. We need that. Redlining the crap out of second gear and back into third. You honestly hang out at the rev limiter quite a bit when you're driving this truck, or at least when you're racing it. It just seems like not only does it actually pulls pretty well in the top end, but it also, just the way it's geared and the way that gearing works with this particular track, you find yourself hanging out up there a lot anyway. And surprisingly enough, it doesn't have a tremendous amount of understeer. I mean, if you enter one of these corners at like 90 plus or something like that, yeah, sure, it's going to plow into a wall. But at the same time, comparatively speaking, like to like a car per se, this thing, and especially to a lot of other trucks, this thing definitely doesn't have the amount of catastrophic understeer I thought it was going to have. It really doesn't. Definitely performs a lot better than the previous generation Raptor for sure. I mean, and I get that that's what they were going for, obviously, but excuse me. Oh, gosh. Come on. Right up the inside. Right up the inside. We're going to have one more lap after this. I love how they're just mixing in, you know, classic muscle cars with, like, an Acura RSX. Like, no big deal, bro. Still need to learn the timing that it wants for the shifts on this gearbox, because if you let the clutch out just a little bit quicker than they want you to, depending on the car, then you get that horrible gear grind sound, and it really sucks to hear that. So I heard it again, and it's just one of those things that you have to wrap your head around it, and it just depends on the shift time that each vehicle prefers. Into 6th, come on! Well, the brakes are really good. It's like you see like a red braking zone on the braking line, and you go to stand on the brakes, and this thing just stops immediately. The brakes are really, really good, like incredibly good for a truck. Oh, come on. Come on! Coming through, out of the way! Yes! Although that is the nice thing, though, about having a massive truck, is that you can just force these other vehicles out of the way, and it doesn't even matter. Braking! Bit of an e-brake. Powering out of it. Not too bad. I mean, it'll do it, and it won't complain. It'll do an all-wheel drive slide, you know, an e-brake initiated all-wheel drive slide into a corner, and you can pull it out of it with the all-wheel drive system. It actually works quite well. Surprisingly well, actually. Excuse me, old Aston, come on. I knew there was a Celica in this race. I knew it. I knew it. I just noticed it there. And I was like, wait a minute. I remember seeing that thing earlier on. I knew he was in this race. Get out of the way, though, otherwise he's about to get run over. Come on! I want first. I don't know if I'll be able to get first in this truck, but if I can get top 3 in this thing, I'll be very satisfied with it. There it is. So we're in the top 3 right now, and if we can just maintain it right here, we're good to go. And I actually like the power split. The stock power split, front and rear, is really good, actually. It's really balanced. It feels good. Like I said, it doesn't plow with understeer. I mean, it only plows with understeer if you make it. And like I said, you can see how quickly that braking line changes from red to yellow. It really does. And, oh my god, the shift timing of this truck again, I'm having to get used to it. And you can brake later than you think. You really can. That time I ran a little bit wide because I entered it a little bit faster than I should have, but it's no big deal because we can pretty much just pull the thing right back into line again and go. Come on, braking late. Ooh, now I know why that braking line got red. Oh, come on. We need to take this Camaro. We need to take this Camaro. We're so close. Like I said, again, redlining the crap out of 3rd. Here we go. Here we go. Power out of the corner. He's right there. Take him on the inside. Yes. Up into 4th. Yes, no grind that time. That's nice. It's always nice to not have a grind. Stick with it. Only problem is these high-speed sections where that Camaro is going to catch back up. Little tap of the brakes. That's all I did right there. Little tap of the brakes. And I was able to get it right out to the side of the rumble strip and carry some nice momentum. Man, and like I said, this thing doesn't drive like a truck. Slowed down well in time to make that cornering section. Having a little bit of fun on the final corner, but it's all good because it is the last lap, and we are about to cross the line in first place. Come on, we'll do it sideways. Yes. And we'll do it into the wall, just for good measure, you know. But as far as a baseline for this truck, not only do I really, really like it, but I think it's going to be a beast when it's fully upgraded. All right, let's see what we get. Ready to stop. TTRS. Not exactly the prize I really wanted, but I'll take it for sure. All right, let's see. We'll go back and we'll build this thing now, because the build process, I'm very curious to see not only how much power we can get out of this thing, but how crazy it is after the fact. And I'm pretty sure that once we upgrade the suspension, it's gonna handle like a beast. And not only that, but when we take all of the weight out of it, I'm curious to know what car class it's gonna be in, because it's starting out in a low class, like what, D? So actually, that could be a good thing for us. So let's see. Hey, upgrade shop. And let's see. And no, I'm not swapping the engine. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone and leave the standard engine in here. If we want to do anything extra to it, obviously we will. But I do want to get a baseline idea of what it can do without anything extra done to it. So let's see. Cams, we're already at 5. Wow, with the everything up to a cam, we're already at almost 600 horsepower. 614. Yeah, this thing's gonna be a beast when we upgrade the turbos. 644. Haven't touched the turbos yet. Still stock. 664. Upgrading the race turbo. Oh my god! 891 horsepower. We gained over 200 horsepower from upgrading the turbos. That is awesome. Upgrade the cooling system. 911 horsepower. 921 horsepower. And a lightweight flywheel just for good measure. Now, this truck, at this point now, is pretty much to the point where... Are you serious? Those are like street brakes? Wow, give this thing race brakes and it's gonna stop on a dime, because the way it was acting earlier, I mean, the truck really wanted to move around, and, well, not move around, sorry, it really wanted to stop quite quickly, and, well, it's cool, you can actually see the control arms move, that's quite cool, but I'm almost tempted to leave it on the stock height, but at the same time, I'm also very tempted to lower it down. I'm gonna lower it down, actually. Just because we're using it in a racetrack application, I'm gonna lower it down. Let's see. Race weight reduction, that puts us up to A class. We might as well do front and rear sway bars. And done. And now at this point, just got a couple more things to do, like the clutch, the gearbox, usual stuff like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the tires too, because the tires... The stock tires, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, they're fine on stock power, but at this power level, yeah, I don't think they're gonna last. I really don't at this power level. Alright, now, let's see. Tire compound. What do we want? I feel like I kind of want race tires, actually. Just for the fun of it, oh dear God. Drag tires? Hold on. Don't show this message again. I know what drag tires are for. But should we use drag tires? Problem with drag tires is that we are not gonna be able to... Well, oh gosh, I don't know. I almost kind of want to just for the fun of it, but at the same time, I want to use race tires just to be hardcore with it. I'll use race tires this time. We'll use those drag tires later on in the future, but I will use race tires this time. 345s in the front, massively wide, and 345s in the rear. Again, massively wide. And for wheels, I'm not quite sure actually what I want to do for wheels on this truck. Probably a nice set of HREs, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Not sure what would really fit this truck. Actually, These kind of do, but the color of the lip just doesn't work at all with the color scheme we have on this thing. So let's actually try these. We'll have to make them a little bit bigger, obviously, but we're not gonna make them huge though. Even on the 21s, it looks fine. They don't look too big at all. 21s on the front. Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty good in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't look huge. The wheels don't look huge. They don't look overdone. They don't actually look too bad at all. So let's see if we've got any other body mods we can do. Whoa! Yes! Oh, dude, that is ridiculous. Oh, we need that. It's little LED bars. Wow, a winch, tow hooks. That's awesome. On the back. What? Okay. Yeah. Forza, you win. Turn 10, you guys win. This is awesome. I love this truck. Now, as far as conversion goes, we'll leave that alone. We don't need to mess with it. We don't need to mess with it at all. All we need to do now is go back to the same track and run the same race. Oh, dude. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Spa-Francorchamps at night, 2 laps with 23 drivatars. Let's do this. Oh my god. Now seeing what I've turned this truck into, I'm not only very curious as to how it performs, but I just want to see this thing run around a track, just with all of, like, that bumper looks so good. The off-road bumper with the LEDs and everything like that, the tow hooks, the winch, and, I mean, the bed of the truck looks incredible now, too. I mean, it's just, wow. I love the fact that they put they put those parts in, kind of like a, I mean, we all know that an off-road bumper, I mean, they allow it to be, like, adjustable downforce, but I feel like they almost use it as a way to say, here's an off-road bumper for your Raptor, you know? So, definitely, props to Turn 10 for that. I think that's awesome. Oh, come on, load. I'm so excited to drive this thing. I'm seriously, like, more excited than almost any of the other cars we've built yet. I mean, this thing is about to be ridiculous. Oh, dude. Oh, we got, okay, the Volvo race car, Murcielago SV, we got a, what looks like a C7 Z06 up there, Toyota Avensis race car back there, McLaren 12C, bet you it blows all 4 tires off. Oh, yeah. Woo! Out-accelerating McLarens out here. Oh, yeah. What you know about out-accelerating McLarens in your truck? Oh, the braking performance, even though we have race brakes, the brakes in this truck, I don't think are up to the power level. Revving this thing out to 7 now. Whoa! It's going sideways. Eau Rouge. Wow. The brakes really do hold this thing down, actually. I mean, I was just complaining about them, but then again, they just hauled the truck down from a really high speed right in the middle of Eau Rouge. So, honestly, you could, I feel like complaining about the brakes in this truck aren't really worth it. Or, sorry, wow. Hashtag do you even grammar. Complaining about the brakes in this truck isn't really worth it, I should say. Excuse me, McLaren F1. That's my spot. My place in this race. Won't be for long, though, because we left it behind. Excuse me, MC12. All the way out to 7,000 RPM in 3rd gear. All the way up to 7,000 in 4th. 5th. Oh, braking hard, braking hard. It's understeered wide. But the thing is, it's got such a good power split that it will, if you floor the thing mid-corner and turn in, the rear end will come around. But the nice thing about it is, when it comes around, the front end of the truck is still working to pull it back into a straight line. So it almost feels kind of like a rally car. Ooh, we've gone off again. Come on, power back onto the track. Need a little bit of setup change. Oop! Hi! What's up, Aventador? Having a good day today? Being stared down by a Raptor. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'll push you out of the way if I have to. Alright, all set to chase down that Volvo race car. Touring car, come on. Jeez, it blows the tires off in 3rd gear coming out of a corner. I mean, how many all-wheel drive cars do you know of? I mean, obviously, like, not even cars, but trucks. Do you know that'll do that? And I think we have also fixed its straight line speed problem, or at least the problem of it having a lack of straight line speed. God, you can hear the turbos come on now, too. You can hear them spool up. They sound ridiculous. All right. Hauling this massive truck down. Oh, you cutting in the track. Okay. I see how this is going to be. Come on, outbrake him. We're going to outbrake him. Come on. A little bit of an e-brake initiation. Come on, pull it out of the corner. Yes! Wow, that actually kind of worked. That seriously actually kind of worked. Just gonna stick with it. See how fast we can take Eau Rouge. Come on. Braking mid-corner. Back down to 5th. Powering up the hill. Guarantee you that was a lot faster than he took it. I don't think we even dropped below 100. We may have, but I don't think we did. The nighttime when you look behind, it's insane. Here we go. Right to the inside, power out of it. E-brake initiation. Ooh, that kind of worked. I'll say it kind of worked. I wouldn't say it fully worked, but I'll say it kind of worked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All-wheel drive drifting, you know, or power sliding, whatever. Ooh, we ran a bit wide, but it's okay. I'm just kind of hooning around with this truck at this point. There it is. The back end just keeps coming around. Such a fun truck. I mean, I really do not care about the line I'm taking anymore. Normally I do at this point in a race, but right now I have very little care, if any, for the line that I take. Because I know, not only do I know that this truck has the race, but I also know that this thing is just fun to mess around with. All right, power it out. Here we go. Yes! Oh, it just didn't even hang out in 5th very long. It was just like, rev limiter in 4th. Boom! Rev limiter in 5th. And I've kind of came to the conclusion that you do not have to even touch your brakes back there. That braking line back there is a lie. The one that we just went through, yeah, you do have to touch them a little bit there. But the one we went through before that, that's a lie. All right, braking hard. We still braked too early. Alright, all-wheel drive, come on, pulls out of the corner. Ooh. Almost went the wrong way. Almost let it kind of pull us the wrong direction. And we're going to go across the line backwards. And into the wall once more. Now, do I think that this truck was worth it to build? Absolutely. Do I think that you need one? Absolutely. Do I highly recommend it as probably the most fun vehicle I've used so far in Forza Motorsport 6? Absolutely, guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later. And thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome.